Hello guys, today we are going to start Palo Alto Firewall. So what basically the Palo Alto Firewall is, let's try to understand. So before understanding the Palo Alto Firewall, let's focus on the firewalls. So you might have gone through the CCNA and we have a router here, and what this router does, it helps to forward the traffic from one network to another network. We are having a routing table here, and based on the routing table it sends the packets here to here, or if we have another network 3, it sends the traffic from here to there or reverse direction. Similarly it helps. So this controls the traffic in layer 3. The same scenario is with the switch. If we have any switch here and we have the different VLANs, right? So the traffic is sent on the same network. So in this case, this is all in the same network. So in fact, I should have told layer 2 first. So what the switch does, it within the same network, it sends the packet but on the same VLAN. Let us suppose this is on VLAN 1. This is also on VLAN 1. Then it will send the traffic. But if two ports, they are in the VLAN 2, then they will communicate with each other. So that's what it is happening in layer 2 and layer 3, right? So this is the functions of the switches and the router. What happened, or what is our requirement, that I was quite happy in the scenario of this router. Our traffic was traveling here to there, but if we want to control the traffic, controlling of the traffic can be done in the layer 3 routers. Basically we can take the help of Cisco routers or some other routers. We are having a name as access control list. Sometimes we also call it as ACL, right? Short form is ACL. So like in the Juniper or other routers, they are having this similar concept but with some other names, but the feature is same. Like we can control the traffic based on its IP address and its port number. It means that whenever the traffic is arriving, we can filter out the traffic that okay, this IP address 10.1.1.1 to allow to go to this interface, while the IP address 10.1.1.2 is not allowed to go to the internet. Not internet, basically to the another network. It likes anything like from one interface to another interface. We can set a control. So there's two ways to control. The one is IP address, what I have just told you, that this IP address is allowed and this is not allowed. Similar concept we can have for the port number. It can be for the source port number or for the destination port number. Similarly, whatever I told, that was for the source IP address, but the similar concept can be used for the destination IP address, that this user, or in fact this machine, is not allowed to connect destination IP address 192, let's suppose 200.200.200.1. So the similar concept we can have, like based on the source and destination IP address, or our source and destination port numbers, our traffic is allowed or denied. So as this was quite overloaded, right, because this router is doing our L3 part, we are having a routing table and the packet is being forwarded based on the routing tables. But if we also configure the access control it or ACL, so the same router is doing the two jobs. So what happens that this our router gets overburdened. So the RAM and CPU uses are quite high. So we can do like implement the another router for that functionality. But the better way is that we can implement a firewall separately. Means the let the router do its own job, that was forwarding of the packets based on routing table from one network to another network, and this filtering part, controlling of the traffic, let's do it via firewall. So what we do, we implement a router here. After a router, we install a firewall. So our router will be forwarding traffic, and now this control will be done via this firewall. So that's how we implement. Now the question comes that what exactly firewall can do, right? So now I'm quite confident you know that what exactly firewall is doing. So basically the job of our firewall is to control the traffic. Control. So controlling just on IP address and the port number is the concept of our legacy firewall. Now question comes that what is next generation firewall, and this is very important question, and most of the time interviewer ask that. First question what they ask what is the difference between the legacy firewall and the next generation firewalls. Another question in reference to the Palo Alto, is PA a legacy firewall or it is a next generation firewall? So legacy firewalls are the firewalls which gives you a control up to L4. L4 means layer 4, and that I'm talking about the OSI layer, right? Below layer 4. Okay, OSI model I'm talking about. So in that case, you are having control up to the IP address and the port numbers only. Above that means that you don't have any control for the application layer. Means that firewall is not able to understand that if you are able to access the google.com, or you are accessing any malicious website, or you are accessing any adult content, or you are accessing any news website, that this firewall, legacy firewall, is not able to understand, or it is not able to identify that one. So this feature is controlled or introduced in the next generation firewall, and this firewall, next generation firewalls, are having control up to application layer. Means that our firewall will come to know that you are accessing which of the website. You can allow or deny based on the URL. So we can say this feature as a URL filtering. So URL filtering feature is available here. You can block or deny the traffic based on the different file types. So we can say the file blocking is allowed. Like sometimes what happens that you download any malicious content that is having .exe file, and that software is not intended for your machine, and it steals some of the information or some unwanted things it is doing. So you can block, like .exe is not allowed, or if your organization wants, or you want that you don't want to download the PDF, right? So you can block the PDF, or you can do reverse wise, you can just allow PDF only, and you can block the remaining files. So there are different extension of the files, you can just do these things. Or you can allow inspection of the traffic in the firewall, right? So these type of things it is doing. So basically our this Palo Alto firewalls falls in this category, next generation firewall. So the answer of your question in the interview, that what is the legacy firewall, what is the next generation firewall, and what is the difference between them. Another question was, is Palo Alto is a legacy firewall or next generation firewall? Now you are able to answer that question. And I have given multiple interviews, that's why I'm telling you with my experience that what questions are being asked. So in the entire course I will be telling you the content, that what will be telling you. On the same time I will also be telling you that what are the questions are going to be asked in the interviews, is that topic relevant or not. So this is it in about the introduction of the firewalls, and let's see the GUI of our firewall, that what exactly it looks like. So For this lab perspective, I'm using EVNG over the VMware workstation. So at the end, I will explain you how you can set up your own lab. But meanwhile, let's look on to the view and GUI of the Palo Alto firewall. So I have started my EVNG and now I will log in the browser. So here the EVNG topology looks like that I have a firewall here. On the left hand side, I have taken one machine. We can take multiple. There's no restriction. Here on the right side, I have taken the internet. So later on, whenever we will be doing the lab, we will create policies from this internal to internet or internet to internal or internal to DMZ. So these type of scenarios we will do, which are basically replication of the live or production environment. So if I click on this file image of the Palo Alto, you can see the console, that how does it look like. So sometimes you may face this issue, but not to worry. It's normal. You refresh the page, it comes back. So if I log in, I will be able to log in the CLI of the firewall. So here we get the prompt. So do not worry whenever, like if you're trying just after opening the firewall and it is not accepting the credentials. Okay, so now it is ready. I will try to log in the GUI. So here on the firewall, you can also get the command as show system info to know the IP address of the management. So the management IP is basically the IP address that we try to use to log on to the firewalls. Okay. So you can see here my IP address is 192.168.30.177. So that's what the IP I will use to log in my GUI. Yeah, this is here. I will use the same credentials, admin123. And yeah, this is my secret. Don't share my password with anyone, okay? I trust you guys. Here we go. That's how basically our Palo Alto firewall looks like. And I every time click on this do not show again, but unfortunately, it always pops up. So there are like different sections, different tabs on the firewalls. This is the dashboard section where you can see the device name. Usually we call it as a host name. This is a virtual machine model, VM series. So that's why the model is the PAVM. And other details you can see it here, whatever you want. So this is like most important part was, which is this release. So this is the software version 10.10. Okay. And next important thing is the uptime. So somewhere it will be mentioned as the uptime. Yeah, here it is. So this is the uptime, that how long your firewall has been up. So this is very important whenever you are troubleshooting the firewall. So sometime your firewall takes a restart. It comes back. It is normal, but you might have faced an interruption in between. So now you can come to know that, okay, was that recently restarted or something? Okay, so you have to review on the uptime of the firewall, and accordingly you can take decisions and go for the investigation why it took the restart, what was the cause. If you can resolve by yourself, it's fine. Else not, you have to go to Palo Alto Tech for that one to investigate further that what caused it, because you cannot afford the outage or the interruption during the production hours. We also have the policies section here. There are the different policies created. Okay. So I have created some test policies like allowed websites, block Facebook and Instagram, some internet policies. Okay. So I will explain all these in the detail later on in this series. We can also look onto the networks. What are the different interfaces? What are the IP addresses assigned? We gave some device details and configuration. These things we can do, like administrators. What are the administrators that we can create it the from here? So for example, I want to create the administrators. I can add the users here. So there are different types of either local administrator or the remote users. So that will also will come to know in the detail later on. We can also monitor the traffic. This is usually used for the troubleshooting, that what is the source IP and destination IP. Okay, so the logs, we can see it here. We can filter the traffic here based on the what is the source IP and the destination IP. Okay, so for example, I filter the traffic by the source IP that I can get, or the destination IP. Right, so if I apply the filters here, you can see that what are the things are happening here, right? So that's how it is. I will explain everything this in more detail later on. So we have an object section, we have an ACC. So this was about that how basically you can visualize the things and you can look onto the things that how they are. The most important part here that I have like two websites, and you can like go to the my website freshdeveloper.online. Okay, and in this website there is a section as a self learning, and here you can view the entire series of your Palo Alto firewall, whatever I will be covering up. So you might see that I have created up these videos. You can see that here it is all the available list. You can watch these videos because in the YouTube sometimes you do not get in the sequence. So I have created a page and put all of them in the sequence here. That will help you to not go here and there. And sometimes now miss something here and there, so that you can put in the common page. I do also provide the live classes, but yeah, those are like paid sessions, and some of the sessions I used to provide free of cost, that you can register for those free sessions, and once you fill up the details for that, you can like whenever I'm scheduling any free sessions, those are usually the live sessions I do, and if you want to join, you can join them. But how you get informed for those and all, so for that one you have to uh, like uh, be registering on the so this is the link I will give you on the description. This is of my another website, that is a sapmsecurity.com. So this link I will be showing you. Okay, so here you can give your name, email ID and phone number, and you can register now. And after that one you can follow these steps. So either you will be usually getting the Zoom link over an email, but in case you do not receive, sometimes it lands in the different folders, for example junk or in some other folders. So if you do not get or you don't want to check, you can directly log on to this website, learn.cpmsecurity.com, this website here. Okay, just log in this part, and under the workshop sections you will view it. So I will just show you where you can see it. Okay, under the workshop sections, and if you are using in the mobile phone, there could be like this. That's how the view will be coming in the smaller sections. Okay, let me make it more small. So they, in that case, what happens basically, three lines are coming. So over there, or at the bottom, I think it is coming as a workshops. So I'm also providing for the CEH and all. These are live classes I have scheduled. So not to worry about that one. You have to like, if you're interested in live, you can go for that one. Otherwise, you can register for these ones. So sometimes people do not get much idea of with these recorded sessions. In that case, you can go for these live sessions, and live sessions are like you know quite lengthy one, like around 30 to 40 hours content. We take questions, so the live sessions how they happen, right? But these are like free sessions. Whenever like you want to connect it, to me, or you have some little doubts, you can connect to me on this one. So you can register for these free sessions, and that will be helping you out. So that's it from this video. In the upcoming videos, I'll be telling you more about the configuration and slowly. So these all YouTube videos are like a crisp knowledge, little bit, not too much detailed and theoretical sessions. More other details are coming in the live classes or the recorded session that we usually do it. But yeah, like if you're a beginner, this is the best series available in the YouTube. You can like, like go for it. All right. Thank you. Bye bye.